Floor gym of the Student Center was transformed into a war zone, all in the name of charity though. On Sunday, students braved the battlefield for a laser tag charity drive. With games titled Hunger Games and Juggernaut, players were in it to win it.
For a while, I was just crouching and I felt like Black Widow, and I was like, my Marvel dreams have come true.
After a record-setting game on Sunday against the Indianapolis Colts, Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers look to carry over their success to Week 9 as they host their division rival Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football. Roethlisberger threw for a franchise record 522 yards and 6 touchdown passes in the Steelers' 51-34 victory over the Indianapolis Colts. Both the Steelers and Ravens will enter Sunday with identical 5-3 records and trail the first-place 4-2-1 Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC North. The Ravens defeated the Steelers in Week 2, 26-6. Now here at Point Park, the men's and women's basketball teams held their media day. Blaine King was there when the coaches talked about their expectations for this teams in this coming season.
I am Blaine King reporting here from the Student Center where the men and women's basketball team had their media day. It's a big day for the Pioneers on both the men and women's side of the ball because they're about to start their season off as we're getting closer to tip-off weekend.
The thing is, when you watch us, we're going to go. If you like exciting basketball, we're the ones.
Off the bottom, we have a really solid roster, and I'm just anxious to get on the floor and see what we can do.
The men's and women's basketball teams held their first ever media day here at Point Park University. Coach Bob Vreger of the men's team and Coach Tony Rennick of the women's team talked to the media personnel about the upcoming season.
People, you're good. You can only do it by work. That's the only way it happens. There is no other way. It just doesn't happen. So, do I like this team? Yes.
Early this week, the preseason polls for the Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference released its preseason polls. While the women were favored to finish first in the KIAC North, the men were predicted to finish third.
Your rankings mean nothing. I don't even know who the other teams have. So when I voted for that, it's very difficult for me to find any credence in that. You gotta see what you do on the court.
Coach Reger also talked about the mentality of his team.
Well, just to understand that I think they're buying into it that hard work pays off. You know, a lot of times athletes in general sometimes get very full of themselves and they don't know that it's hard work that gets it done. They think they have a wristband on or a nice headband or new shoes. None of that matters. It's hard work, and this team gets it.
Coach Tony Grenick talked about the recent year struggles and the way the women can get over these past year struggles.
So, this year, we're hoping that we can try to play, and then I take responsibility for that. This year, we're trying to make sure that we peak at the right time as a team.
Sam Ware, Kelly Johnson, Janaea McFadder, and Natasha Moss voiced the women's team one goal this year for this upcoming season.
I would say undefeated with the national championship. That's our goal, and we're going to do our best and work hard to get that and get to where we want to be. We don't want anything less. If we have anything less, we would think that we failed.
In the years that I've covered them, which is all 4 of Tony Grenick's seasons, I honestly think that on paper this is the best team. Now taking it onto the court is a different thing. They expect champions. I do think that it's Iowa one game at a time, but I do think a national tournament berth and possibly a wins in the future.
For UView, this is Blaine King reporting. Now let's take it back to the desk.
And I do think they do have a good shot at the national title there, Kelsey. This is a team, they've been to Iowa 3 straight years. They've tasted what it's like to win that conference tournament. Now they got a good chance to win at the national tournament this year.
You're right, they have been there a couple of years, and it was great in the sports report to see the Steelers with another great victory. Let's hope that can go on to Sunday Night Football against their rivals, the Ravens. But straight ahead on Daybreak, Aubrey Henkin joins us with the latest news in the world of Hollywood.
And as the calendar turns to November, we'll see how much longer it will take until winter weather approaches in your 7-day forecast.